Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. Got more fish to unbox this week. Going to start off with some freshwater and some saltwater. Got animals coming on 3 days this week. Got plants last week. We got a whole ton of new stock in the last week, and 2 or 4 or 75. If you haven't been in a day or two, good time to check us out because we'll have all kinds of cool stuff. I have to talk over a little bit of extra noise today because we're in the process of cleaning tanks over here, which is actually the one thing we do more often than get fish in is clean tanks. Barry's been actively making sure every tank looks spotless around here, and we sure appreciate that. Though, that's a good time to mention, if you know anybody who's looking for a future in fish cleaning, fish tank cleaning, we're still hiring, so come check us out. All right, we're going to jump in right now with, well, that is freshwater white vanilla lobster. This particular vendor, we're likely to end up with mixed boxes. I don't think the boxes will be mixed. I think it'll be freshwater than saltwater, but we get both fresh and salt from the same guy. Looks like the same thing, but it's not. That's an electric blue lobster. There's a little bit of blue to that guy. The lobsters in from these guys, got a couple different types. That's another white one. Got a whole batch of these little white and blue ones. Another one bites dust. Vanilla. That's blue. Little ones like this don't have that bright of blue on them yet. That's vanilla. There's another type of lobster, and there he is. I was looking for him. This is a red bosemani lobster. It's a type of yabby or Chirex species or genus lobster. They're a bigger lobster than the guys that they get the electric blues or the vanillas or the oranges from. Very cool. That guy's trying to claw them out of the water, and there's another electric blue. So apparently this box was all crayfish. Very cool. Haven't had much for crayfish in the last couple weeks, so good time. Took the opportunity to restock some of those guys. We always say have a limited amount of space for lobsters because I typically want to keep them one per tank. If you put a couple together, especially the bigger ones, you end up with one in the tank. So remember, you're going to get breeding stock that you have to be careful that way. Rabbit snails, one of my favorite types of snails. Got an assorted batch. I see a chocolate, I see yellow spotted, maybe a gold. There's several different types of rabbit snail there. Those are all from the island of Sulawesi, and lots of variety of different types of rabbit snails. Speaking of cool snails, these are nereids. These are red racer nereids. Haven't had those in a little while, so happy to see those. Looks like they came in nice too. Next up are some tetras. Looks like one of them didn't make the trip, but most of them look good. Those are yellow Congos. Yellow Congo is a variety of Congo. They're not really any more expensive than your regular ones. The first time I saw those imported, they were stupid expensive, but nowadays you can get them same price. Kitty Helichius tetra, or kitty tetra, a little white tetra with black spot on them. Look kind of like the tetra that the Histatus catfish like to imitate. Unusual guy. I don't think we've ever had those before. Rummy nose brilliant. Let's see. Somebody was asking me if we could get brilliant rummy nose. I'm like, what the heck is a brilliant rummy nose? Apparently, it's a cultivar of rummy nose that have a little shimmer to them. We'll see what they look like in the tank, but I was able to score some of those guys for you. Buenos Aires tetra, one of the more common tetras in the industry that are stupid hard to find right now. Got some of those guys in for you. Why are some of the most common stuff hard to find? Well, it's still throwback from the COVID years. Let's see. Here we got spotted silver dollar. This is the little Roosevelties. I got them under a different name. I didn't mean to buy the spotteds, but that's okay. I haven't had those in a while. They've found that they're a little bit more pugnacious than some, which is good if you're going to have them for a dither fish for a cichlid tank. This is King Blue tetras. So I believe that is Borky. Is that it? It just said Chirus obricon species Peru. Got a couple of oddball tetras on this order that obviously never had them before because I'm here stumbling over what the heck they are. Kind of a light blue on that guy, so cool. This is a swordtail. They said it's a painted swordtail. Looks kind of like a wag to me, but nice enough. Very nice. We're kind of low on live bears over there anyway, so it's time when I can't find regular live bears, just the old red wags or greens or pineapples or whatever. We start picking out whatever's on the list and see go, "Ooh, let's see what it looks like." So, not a bad looking fish, nice and red. Sword tails, of course, part of your live group. Let's see what's in this box. It is coral frags. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on coral frags. I'll try to come back later and do some tank picks because they always look a lot better that way. That's very cool. Toxic apple. Very cool. Got in, let's see, these are, that's a Gonosteria green. That's the type of brain. This is a Kenya tree. Got in a whole bunch of Kenya trees from a couple that were breaking down a tank. That's a Scully. Like I said, I could go through these and spend a lot of time looking at frags that you can't see. That's another, well, that's a Favia. Favias are a type of brain coral. There's another Kenya tree. As I started to say, we got a whole bunch of Kenyas in from a private party. Their tank was just covered in them. Itty bitty Scopa tang. Looks good though. Nice high fins on that Scopa tang. Got a few fish on this order. A lot of coral. Let's just keep racking it up here, see what we got. Oh, that's cool. That's a Monty. There's a cap flower petal. Nice looking. I get a, it's almost like that Capricorn I had that was red, but it's in the green variety. Very cool looking. I got a bunch of Acroporas on this order. I think we got, oh gosh, 14 or 15 of them on this order. Different sorted batches. This is a fish. That's a Coral Beauty. Nice little lady. All the Coral Beauties are ladies, right? Because, you know, there's going to be a Coral Beauty. And more frags. That's another Acropora. Acros, if you will. There's another Monty. Monties are a couple different varieties of them, but they're an SPS, but usually not a very challenging SPS. And they tend to do plates and encrusting, though there are other options. Who are you? Is that a Maxima? Small cultured clam. Yeah, this is a Maxima clam. Got in a couple clams on this order. I've always been a little bit slow to grab clams because they're expensive and they suck calcium like crazy, so they can be a little bit challenging. But got a couple clams on this order. Good price on them too. Watchman, Diamond Watchman Goby was misordered on the label there, so I'm sounding like I can't say it because I can't. Here he is, a cleaner shrimp, itty bitty guy. Make sure nobody eats him. Never know when I order sizes on shrimp whether they can be huge or tiny. In that case, it was pretty tiny. Green chromides, got a couple of those in there. I think we got 8 on this order. I haven't had those in a minute or two, so good restock on those. Another Maxima clam, got a couple of types. Let's see how they do. Very excited about those. There's a coral that doesn't have a lot of water. It's a Scully. All right, Mr. Scully, I'll get you wet. We'll get him going right away. Here's an Aussie Blue mushroom. See what that ends up looking like. And got some more Monties and some more Acros. Let's see if there's any more fish in here. There's a brown Heniocus, not a bad size one either. We had a brown for a little bit. We've had one in before. Browns are not as popular as the black and whites, but they're really a cool little fish. That's another Acro. And here's another handful of Acros. Looks like. Let's see. Next thing up, we have some more fish. This is saltwater fish. Lemon peel. Haven't had a lemon peel in a minute or two. Nice looking angel. Bright yellow with the blue eyes makes a lemon peel angel. Who are you? Is that another Maxima clam? Yep, it is. I got 3 Maxima clams so far. A couple of them are really tiny. Bristletooth. That's good algae eating tang. That's a blue-eyed or a 2-spot bristletooth. Blue tuxedo urchin, another invert. Had a couple, sold a couple, so I got another. Gotta have them. Good for turning over detritus in your tank. Usually relatively reef safe. Mandarin goby. This is one of the little spotted ones. Little target mandarin, they'll call that, or yellow mandarin. Very cool. Next up is a Royal Grama, itty bitty guy. Royal Gramas are a fan favorite for bright colors and nice disposition. There's another tang. This is a sailfin tang. Nice size on that guy. Good size sailfin tang. There we go. Next up is Puffer. It's a little Valentini or a saddle puffer. Nice. Not a bad size on him. He's small but not tiny. Next is an orange Klein butterfly. Orange Klein butterfly is actually one of the best Aptasia eaters you can get. We've got one of them, and I was able to get this guy on a special, so I'm like, yep, thank you. Got a little bit of Aptasia on some of the rock I took from somebody, so I want to go after that too. Here's another Scully. There is some clove polyps. I don't remember ordering the clove polyps, but apparently I did. Why not? Let's see, more green chromis. That's the other half of that order. And here's a lionfish. This is a nice big Volatin. Look at those black tips on that guy. Indian Ocean Volatin. Beautiful, beautiful fish. It looks good and happy right now. See if we can get him eaten. Here's some more acros. Nice big acro. So I'm going to have a couple of price points on these acros because I got some nice big ones and then some smaller ones as well. Also, let's see, some more of those mushrooms. These are those Aussie blues. Curious to see what those guys are going to look like. They're glued up, but those are Aussie blue mushrooms. And let's see, another acro, another big one. And that's a brain, red-eye Christmas brain. Can't really see it in the bag. Really, really cool looking piece though. It wasn't that expensive for how big a piece it is. I'm excited about that. Another brain, not quite as big as the other, but nice flat plate of Wharfavia, they'll call that, or a brain coral. Another acro, itty bitty guy. Oh my gosh. Got, like I said, a couple different sizes on the acros. And here's an open brain. We got one red one over there. Got a couple more. Got like an orange, got a green, a couple different open brains. Decent price on them too. And there's another acro. So there's another box of frags. And let's see. Why don't we just set these down underneath. Put those guys with the frags. Make room. So we got two more boxes. Actually, a lot of livestock this week, like I intimated. Had restock to do. We were out of coral. Well, not out, but it sold a lot of coral, and we were missing some of our specialty stuff. Our plants were picked over because, well, y'all bought it. And since you bought it, I bought more. So you can buy more. These are going to be freshwater. This is red velvet swordtails. Nice. I bought a couple different variety of swordtails from these guys. Kind of surprised the big bag they got for them. White skirt tetra. Don't get those in all that often. White skirt's actually the tetra that they genetically modified to get your glowfish from. That's albino or the black skirt tetra. I think I've got some of those on a different order. Here's some silver dollars. These are the black banded silver dollars, or Schomburgki they'll call those. Yeah, Schomburgki. They're a bigger, robust silver dollar. Here's a white spotted Dawn tetra. Looks a lot like those other guys we got in. It's got another spot on them, but very cool. I like their little Dawn tetra. So I used to get those in as contaminants for wild, like green neons or Romunos or cardinals. This is a neon green. No, what is it? Neon golden tetra. Oh, golden neon. I can't see them at all. I'm like, what's in there? They're the albino neons. So call them a golden neon sometimes. That's that box for y'all. Drop that over there. Stick these guys in with it, and let's see what else is in the next box. Always got more. Always more. All right, what's up? Who's in the box? Looks like more saltwater. This is mainly a saltwater order. I threw in some cool freshwater too. There's a Acan Bauer Banky. That's pretty cool looking. Part of me is telling you what I'm seeing, and part of me is like, what the heck is it? Wow, cool. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to be telling you what it is. There's a Scully, a neon green Scully. Nice size on that one, sure enough. And lawnmower blenny. Some of those Scullies we got in were really tiny. You can see that one right there. It's about that big. That's neon green. Those are less expensive than like the war paints and stuff, but I was able to get a pretty good price point on those war paints. That's why those are so tiny. Scooter blenny. Haven't had one of those in a little bit. Scooter blenny. Looks like a little sculpin or something. Very cool. Another algae blenny. I don't know if you can see them. These bags are awfully hard to see in, so you just have to depend on my ramblings about what it is I'm seeing. Yeah, you're watching me fanboy about fish and coral again. This is a plated coral. This is a short fin or short tentacle, green solid plate. It's beige on that side. The other side's got green to it. Those guys actually move around. If you try to glue them down, it does not do them any favors. Algae bunny to go along with him. Yeah, don't glue down your plate corals. They're going to go find their favorite spot and hang out there. That's another scully. That's a solid red molten solid red. That's it. I love some of these names. Let's see, globe coral. This is a type of Acanthosteria, like those meat corals. Can't even see which side's up on this. Clam of color, so it's probably a mixed color. Those are those guys that open up big when they're feeding. Very great big polyps on them, large stony polyp. Very, very cool coral. We have just one other one in there. That one I got for actually a really decent price. Another Acan. This is an Acan Lord. This is Aussie Blue mushroom, so we got a few of those mushrooms. This is a fish, hippotang, a little bigger than the last one we got in. As far as that yellow bellied one was tiny that we got last week. But this is a decent size, nice little dory there. A couple more bags to check out. In here we have another clam. Apparently I got 4 clams. Anything's worth doing is worth doing right, or overdoing, right? There's 4 Maxima clams. That's Kenya tree. As I said, that's a decent little mini Kenya tree, but I've got a whole bunch. Everything from teeny tiny to great big ones. Right now I got them from private collection. We'll be selling those out for just 35 bucks a piece. Another cleaner shrimp, because I can't just have one cleaner shrimp. At least one more of these is a duplicate. Let's see what it is. We got more acros, nice big one. Here's another cleaner shrimp. And open brain coral. I told you I had a couple of them. This one, yep, that one's an orange open brain. Nice big piece. And the price wasn't all that crazy on that either, so happy for that. And the last thing out is another one of those plate corals. Again, don't glue down the plates. That's a green, solid, short tentacle plate. And that's it for this part of the order. We'll have more shortly. And we're back with the leaning tower of boxes here. I went way nuts on livestock this week. Got a little bit of everything. Let's jump right in and grab out my little reptile order here. Got some cool stuff in this that I will share. The saltwater stuff really tanked great last night, by the way. Let's see. First thing out of the box is a tortoise baby. It's an itty bitty redfoot tortoise. Nice, perfect shell on him. Nice, beautiful little redfoot tortoise. Next up, we have some geckos. Yep, these are crocodile geckos. Got a little group of these guys in. Nice size on these guys. I mean, like smaller than average, which is nice. Nice young little geckos. Here's another gecko, because one gecko is never enough. This is a baby striped gargoyle gecko. It's got kind of an imperfect tail. Got a little bit of a snub tail to it, but I got a really attractive price on that guy. A very good-looking gecko, so very excited for that. We just sold out the last of our geckos. So let's see. In this we have a Florida tailless whip scorpion. It says. There it is, little bitty guy. Good shadow there from the camera, but that's a Florida tailless whip scorpion. And then got some blue death fainting beetles. These are actually the black ones, not the blue ones, but they're still death fainters, just a little different color. I got a pretty good price on those too. Let's see, another oh wow, that guy's a lot bigger. That's a crocodile gecko also. Also in the box, we got some millipedes. These are smoky ghosts. Looks like they came in nice. So those are smokies, right? Yeah, not Florida ivories, but smokies. Got a lot of bugs on this order. This particular supplier has my best supplier for millipedes and such. But these are not. These are frogs. That's baby white tree frogs. I want to open them. It's like, oh, no, yeah, no, he's all right. I thought he might be looking rough. But I have a little group of white tree frogs. Here's some more. Whites, of course, are some of the biggest best choices for frogs. Here's another tailless whip scorpion, but not a little one. It's a Central American tailless whip scorpion. Look how big he is, and he's not even giant yet, so put that away without crimping his little antennae. Sold out of the last batch here last week, so it was a good time to get more. That's what I do. What else? We got more millipedes. This is Florida ivories. Got popped over there, but I think these guys all look okay. Okay. And now it looks like one of them didn't make shipping. Most of them look good. So anyway, there's some more millipedes. And what else do we got in here? Oh yeah, don't forget you. Things that come in bags are always exciting. Let's see what it is. I'd like to pretend like I don't know what I'm expecting, but I do. Because I'm very excited. Always wanted one. This is juvenile or subadult male ornate uromastyx. Perhaps the king of all uromastyx. Actually, there's a species of uro out there right now that people are kind of fawning over, but the color on these guys is just fantastic. I got some bright greens in there already, some yellows. Sometimes you'll see bird egg blues. When he fires up, we'll see what kind of real colors we're going to get out of this guy. But very, very cool. Uromastyx, of course, African lizard. They're the fat, flat lizards of Africa. And he goes back there to wait for his homing, because we'll get him. And he looks fat and happy and hydrated. Very, very excited about that. I know my voice sounds so excited, right? And I'm trying to concentrate on tying up the loop without tying his tail into it. But those are like total bucket list dream animal. At least for me, and I'm sure at least somebody else out there has always thought, oh, I always wanted an ornate uromastyx. And if nobody else wants them but me, darn, I get a display animal. I mean, that's not what we do, right? We don't bring things in and go, well, if nobody buys it, very often. Okay, more often than I admit. Let's get into the fish. We got lots and lots of fish today. First thing out of the box is some bettas. That's a Pikachu Piclot. That is a Hellboy, so we got some really, really high-end bettas, or cool bettas anyway, not particularly expensive. Some nice half-moon varieties. There's a double tail. Lots of cool fish on that order. Got a lot of bettas in stock still too. These are some Harlequin rasboras. Got those in a tank that's, we always keep a good stock on those. We had some ick on some of the rams that were with the other one, so I brought in more. But now they've cleared up, so we're good to go on all of those. Black Samurai, very cool. Hi dither. Let's see, who do we got in here? Dwarf horseface loaches. Look at the patches on those guys, kind of cool. Sold out one of those last week, so I thought, they're available, and they're never available, so I'm going to buy them. These are Trifasciata rainbows, or the Goita River Trifasciatas. We'll like those guys, keep them in stock whenever we can. Nice, robust Melanitania rainbow. Here's a baby monster, restock on that guy, Silver Arowana. Been awful popular lately, just remember that is a giant fish. Black Emperor Tetras, restock on those guys. Because a guy needs to have emperors in their life, and that's the black ones, which are about as pretty as any. These are the tiniest thing ever. They're dwarf amber barbs. They're definitely a nanofish. They look like fry, but those are just like the tiniest, like tied for or second tiniest fish in the world. Turquoise cichlid. That's a really big guy, Umbifarius. I just got one of them because it's not 12 homes in the Tri-Cities big enough for a turquoise cichlid. I mean, they can get like this big, so they're huge. Lemon tetra. Haven't had those guys in a little while. Restock on those guys. They're just a nice journeyman, bright yellow color when they're all settled in with a couple of little paint stripes on them. Really cool fish. Rocket guard. Somebody was looking for those the other day. Hadn't seen them. They showed up, so I've grabbed two. Rocket guards really have to eat live food, which makes them a challenge for most people. I bet it's possible to get them on some kind of pellet, but they will starve to death rather than get started on it, so expect that to be a live feeder. Black ghost knife, on the other hand, is actually really quite easy to feed. Very cool. Needs about a 4-foot tank. Bigger would be better because they can get 14 inches, but they're not a free swimmer like some of your other bigger fish. That's that box, one of several. And let's hop right into the next one. Down stacking here. Here we go. All right. It's going to end up being a long episode, guys, but worth it, I hope. That's a very, very cool catfish, Synodontis decorus. You'll see some that are called a decorus out there that's actually a Valentini or Valentia. It's a hybrid. I see some spinnerets on this guy. We'll see if he develops some. I was hoping that I would get a true decorus, which get about this big, and they have really long spinners. Beautiful, beautiful fish. It looks like they broke off on that guy, but he might redevelop them. So hopefully, I paid a little extra for him, so hopefully he is what he's supposed to be. These are tiger barbs. Gotta love a tiger barb. Nice stripy little barb. A little nippy though. Get them in a big group to keep them from destroying everybody else. Keyhole cichlid is a restock. Haven't had these guys for a little while. No, that's not true. I sold out of them like 2 weeks ago. But you know, it's funny. We'll go 2 years without selling any, and then they all sell all at once generally. But they're a cichlid that actually will cohab in a little group pretty well, so they make a nice peaceful group. Pearl grommies, but the big ones. You gotta love those guys. Nice little batch of them. Here's another betta. No, it's not a betta. This is a Gardneri killie. This is the lady. Got a male coming. Somebody bought my pair that was in last video, so I got another pair. I mean, that's what we do. We buy fish, and then you buy them, and I buy more. More female bettas. These are the half moon females. Nice group of those. Most of those are pink. Wow, white or pink. Very cute. And let's see, catfish. These are cooler than catfish. They're the black cories, or Corydoris schultzi black. Very, very fun. Restock on them, believe it or not. Those are expensive, but they are one of the coolest cories. Here's a batch, and one of them's goofed up as all heck, but a batch of glass cats. So 11 of them came in very good shape. Then we have some ottos, great for your brown algae. Love those as a little bit of a schooling fish, actually. And some apistogrammas. These are the Borelli blues, Apistogramma Borelli blue. We carry those fairly regularly. They're also called the umbrella cichlid, same as the cockatoides are called the cockatoo cichlid. Lots and lots and lots of different pistos in the world. All of them get about 2 to 3 inches. They have some bright colors. Can be a little bit more pugnacious than you'd expect from a tiny fish, but can be done in a community tank with caution. They pair well with things like pencil fish that are also just on the mildly pugnacious side, or things that don't mind being chased around. I bet they'd be fine with like a tiger barb, though they do like colder water. They will keep them even in the mid 60s. They don't do, they're just not as colorful if you keep them in the high 80s. Coming up next, we have the Mangano cichlid. Restock on those guys, sold out. Gotta love them. Mangano is our main attraction in the African cichlid aisle. Ooh, bad. Can't see them because the way the bag is done, but this is a checkerboard discus. Should have a pair of those on this order. Yep, here's the other one. Sold out again. Wow, that is a gorgeous fish. Unusually gorgeous checkerboard cichlid. Wow. Checkerboard discus cichlid. Discus are a cichlid. Here are some Congo tetras, go along with those yellows that we unboxed yesterday. Those just your regular old guys. Got a lot of types of Congos over there. A restock on these guys. These are Brillius ardens, or the orange-finned hill trout. Gotta love a hill trout. Bigger than you might expect, up to 6 inches on those guys. Another specialty fish. This is the African knife. Get about 12 inches on those guys, so considerably less giant than, say, like the clown knife. Restock on neon tetras. Gotta have them for the tetra special. Buy 4 or more, get 25% off just for subscribing to our channel, of any of our tetras, really. Restock on rope fish. Still coming in tiny. Cute, but they will get 2 feet, so remember, they will be a pretty good sized fish. Romanos tetra for the tetra special. Gotta love them. Buy 4 or more, get 25% off. As always, just like the neons, just like the cardinals, just like all the other tetras, if you've subscribed to our channel and you buy 4 or more, we'll give you 25% off just for breathing. We got 4 more boxes to go. These should go faster than the last ones, unless of course they rattle on like I do. But then again, what fun would these videos be if I didn't rattle on and nerd out on the fish that we get? These are fun for me. Laser cories. These are the laser orange CW10s. Restock, or haven't had them for a while, so I guess I can't call them a restock. Gorgeous color on those guys. They're not as expensive as their green brethren, but still very cool. Speaking of cories, those are your panda cories. Restock on those. Get and go through lots and lots of panda cories for good reason. Along with these guys, these are your Cory trilineatus, or your network cory, or they're the false Julie, they'll call them also. I just call them cool. Red top tapayos, restock of the restock of the restock of those guys. Those are the red tops earth eater that are so popular. These are, what are these? Zodiac loaches, or we also call them a batik loach. I have not had those in quite a while. Very, very neat loach. I don't know why I haven't had them, other than I just didn't buy them. Here is red wolffish, bigger than the last one that we sold last week. These guys can get to a foot. They're a little bit smaller than some of their cousins, or some of those guys that get like this big, but they're going to get big and really don't do good with friends. You really need to keep them by themselves. There's a possibility of putting them in with other bigger fish than they are, but then they don't do what they do best, which is act all cool and be an incredible species fish. Really best off keeping them by themselves. Here's pond plants, a whole bunch of water hyacinths for the pond. Along with that, we have more shrimp. That's some large mono shrimp. Algae eaters, best at eating that hair algae of anything out there, really. Here are more mono shrimp. Those are the small ones. Looks like a couple of them didn't make the trip, but most of them did. We sell more mono shrimp than just about any other kind of shrimp. Do sell a lot of these too, though. These are really cool red really shrimp. And yes, I'm going to do some really bad really puns, because that's what I do. Next up is, looks like snails. I think that's it for that box. I told you to go faster. These are trapdoor snails, I believe. Get it open and see. These are those monster, big fat trapdoor snails. Yeah, I love them. First time they've been available this year. Just large, cool snail. That's that box, and it's ice packs. Really, it's ice pack season again. Actually, that reminds me, I still have an order sitting at the airport I need to go pick up. I haven't even checked to see if it's here yet. That's right, I got more fish today. I thought we had just these 8 boxes, but I'm wrong. No, I've got more than that. Here's trapdoor snails. I think I got another 4 boxes, 3 or 4 boxes at the airport. It'll be more saltwater and some specialty freshwater. It might only be 2 boxes. It's a pretty small order. But blackworms on that other order. Fill the space while I try to get these guys open. Yep, that's trapdoor snails. Nice green, looks like copper. Very cool snail. All right, next up is guppies. Got a lot of guppies on this order. That's looks like neon blue guppies or some such thing. Maybe they're the cobras, I don't know. I don't keep track of the morphology on them, to be honest. There is some little chain loaches. Got a good price on chain loaches this week. Restock on those. Chain loaches are one of the best choices for snail patrol. Here is blue tetra. No, these are not blues. They look like it. These are giant Daniel babies. Guys would get about yay big, but restock on those. Had a lot of call for those recently. They are actually a great dither fish for more aggressive fish. They're fast and non-pulsed about being chased around. These are more guppies, obviously. That looks like those yellow cobras. Of course, the difference between a yellow cobra and a green cobra can be hard to tell. These are an endler. Looks like a couple different types of endler. Maybe I got assorted ones. Maybe it was assorted male endlers. We were completely out of endlers, so I had to get something. Here are red cobra guppies. More snails. These got to be the red spot neorites. Let's see if I am correct. Look at my pre-scient guesses based off of the fact that I placed the order, and we're hoping they actually sent me what I asked for. Yeah, zebra neorites. I was wrong. Looks like that one got crunched. Zebra neorites, not red spots. Whoops. So much for my pre-scient nature. Next is more guppies. Oh, those are those tiger endlers. Wow, cool. Like the tiger endlers, when they come in good like that, they are a fantastic fish. And we have some swordtails. I think these were supposed to be tricolor swordtails. They look more like tuxedos, but swordtails nonetheless. And more guppies, Dumbo guppies. Those get the bigger black fins, pectoral fins, so very cool that. And more guppies. Those are some kind of blue style guppy with a little bit of pink in them. And these are more guppies, but feeder guppies, so less exciting, but actually necessary because they're completely out. And more of those, so yeah, that's kind of boring. And last, oh, I don't ever get white ones, so got some white guppies for you, snow white, we call them, or all white or something, some such thing. But that's that box. One more box to go. I'm gonna guess this is a whole box of goldfish. We got feeder comets and some koi that I'm expecting. A couple shrimp in there too. Yep, feeder comets as promised. Where am I gonna put y'all? How about in there? There we go. And here's some shrimp. There's red crystals and some orange shrimp. So restock on both those guys. There's more shrimp and more shrimp. Those are those giant Amano shrimp still available. So I got some more of those guys. If you didn't get a chance to get any of the last batch, suck those up. They're not usually available. Here's ghost shrimp. Ghost shrimp are not as exciting as Amanos in my book, but we sell a ton of them. A lot of them for feeders. And then there's blue shrimp. Gotta love your Neos and all your colors. And last on this order is Bloody Marys. Bright red or dark red Neo. And that's it for this part of this order. And now I'm off to the airport to get you more. Alrighty, I'm back, and we got 3 more boxes to go here. I'm gonna rush right through because I got like 7% on my phone, so let's see if we get all the way through this. Real quick, blackworms. Look really good this week, actually. I asked for extra ice because they've been coming in goopy. So blackworms that look good, and tiger pods. A whole bunch of tiger pods. We also have tiger feast in there too. So first box is live food types. Happy to have them. Can't believe we sold completely out of tiger pods last week. We had, 2 weeks ago we ordered a dozen and we went through them. And if we're gonna go through them, we'll get more. So good problem to have. Rubber bands, can't eat them, can't really watch them. Well, if you do, it'd be kind of boring. But gotta have them. Let's see. First thing out of this box is a monster. It's a big head, A-grade flower horn. Beautiful. We've had a few of those in recently, and that is a gorgeous example. Hey, great big fire eel. Guess it's a box full of big fish. This is great big for shipping, but not big for real life because they can be, 40 inches. But this guy's fat and looks fantastic, so very cool. Not particularly big. These are black skirt tetras, tiny version of them. And let's see, we got some fruity pebbles in here. Got some long finned glow skirts. Looks like they didn't really assort our colors very good, but we got a few colors of glow skirt. And here's a little baby monster. This is a saber tusk payara. Payaras are a real specialty fish. They are absolutely will destroy other fish, but they're really cool. They're actually part of the tetra. They'll call them the vampire tetra sometimes, but a specialty fish for sure. If you're looking for that one big fish in that one big tank, he can be a really cool addition. A little sensitive to get started, but very cool fish. All right, one more box. Let's see what's in here. Oh, I need a razor blade to do it. I had a razor blade. I must have moved it. Probably moved it twice since the last time because I've been sitting here waiting for this to happen for a bit. Because it's been a life gets in the way kind of day. All right, here we go. What's in here? What's in the box? As long as it's not a head. Well, that's a saltwater fish. I knew we were having a little saltwater and I almost forgot. That is a type of hog. That's the eclipse hogfish. And this is a freshwater fish, a baby monster to be. Red-tail cat, itty bitty, but he's going to be 5 feet, so baby monster. These actually get pretty good size too. This is the black lancer cat. I don't normally see them quite this small, but they'll get about that big, so good sized catfish. When they're little, they're fine for a community-ish tank. As they get bigger, they start to eat things. Speaking of which, another monster. This is I can actually find them in the bag there. That's a little tiny tiger catfish, or tiger shovel-nose catfish. Very cool fish that gets very big. On the other hand, these are tiny. Let's see. I see 1, 2, 3. I ordered a dozen. I don't know how many we actually got. It looks like maybe we got 4, it says. Yeah, right there it says we only got 4 of them. Those are the Thai micro crab or micro spider crabs. So we got a couple of those anyway. Here is some other crabs, not so tiny. These are the panther crabs. Changed how we were displaying them, and we've been selling a lot of those. Those are actually one of the funnest true freshwater crabs to keep, in my opinion. Let's see, electric blue. Well, that is a fish. I'm like, is that a crab? No, it's a little cichlid that's living in like a teacup of water, or a thimble. He looks like he's all right. That is an electric blue carpentis, a giant fish. Eventually, he's the part of what they make flower horns out of. More crabs. This is emerald crabs. Saltwater cleanup crew there. And another saltwater fish. This is a bicolor angel. Beautiful. And let's see, 2 more bags and all the water from that carpentis. Looks like we have, oh my, that's beautiful. That's a rose tip bubble anemone, or rose bubble tip anemone if you prefer. Beautiful and nice size on that, and the price wasn't that bad either. And then the last thing out of here are some itty bitty striped Raphaels. Raphaels can be a foot. They can live, I've had Raphaels that were 30 years old, so they can be around forever. And that's it for this week's livestock order, finally. We'll see you again real soon. Alrighty, in the tank these things look a lot better than they do in bags. Still a little bit hard to see with all the blue light, and I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to tell you what you're looking at. Some of the stuff we already have, including that really great meat coral, but then got a really nice selection of those scallies there. The only expensive one, or a little bit more expensive one of the group, is a toxic apple. It's got a little reds in the middle, a red with it. It's an ultra, they said. But there's a war paint, an ultra war paint, molten red, and an all green all came in. A tad bit more expensive than the last group, but still pretty affordable. Also got in on this group some clams. They don't really show up in blue very well at all, but there's a turquoise, and then there's some other colors. We'll have to wait till it's not so blue in there to see which colors they're going to be. Got in some blue mushrooms, and there is a Christmas brain coral. No, that's the Christmas right there. That was, I forget what the name of it was, another brain. That guy is actually an acanthurus. They called that colored. It looks nice and pink in this light, but it seems like it's got some other color to it also. A couple of plates back there. Those are the short tentacle plates, and just came in and got in a nice blasto. That's a Moretti. I don't remember, but nice. Or no, it's an acan. Excuse me. It's not the Lord. It's the other one, the Bowerbanky. Also got in some nice open brains. There's an orange, a green, a red. We already had that red, but there's a really nice green and an orange that came in. And got in some Kenya trees. Though, like I mentioned in the video, we have a ton of Kenya trees came in with a private collection. So got rocks with them. We've got individuals. Also these big green mushrooms that came in with that group. So lots and lots of soft corals. Up on the tray we got in, well, that's a little clove polyp thing, and then got in some more chalices and montes. Nice little group of those. There's the montes over there, and a nice batch of those are the acans. Looks like that one's missing a little piece to it, but in general that looks pretty good. Somebody came in and bought up. All the big ones were right off the bat, but we still have a nice little group of littler ones. And that is, well, there's that Lord, Acan Lord right there. It's acro, not acan. I said, keep mixing up acros and acarans. It's amazing how messed up my orders can get when I mix those two up. But anyway, a whole bunch of acros, SPSs that look pretty good. So that's those. Got in fish this week too. You did see them in the video. Got a few of them to check out in the tank as long as we're here. I was also wanting to show you that we have a pretty good collection of live rock, well seasoned. A lot of Kenya trees and mushrooms on quite a bit of it. Gonna run a little special on the live rock, nice and cultured live rock, because we're actually a little bit overstocked right at the moment. Might as well pop over here and say hi to our slug. We got a guy that's really cleaned this tank up really nicely. And might as well say hi to Lemon Peel, who's skittering around through there. So anyway, nice order of fish, nice order of corals. Come on down. First thing out of the box is some cories. Those are bronze cories. Sold out of those last week again, so we got some more again, because we sell a lot of cories and a lot of bronze cories. Oh, those are beautiful. These are Half Moon Candy females. Those are the ones with the pink and oranges in them. Very, very pretty female bettas. And next up is some cichlids. Oh, redhead tapayos, or red top tapayos. A couple different common names for those. We got in a batch a couple weeks ago, and they looked great, and then the tank went down, and so we got more. Hopefully these will do better. Next up is some more German black rams. Nice color on these guys from a different source than I've been getting them, and they're a little bit smaller, but the color is fantastic. So looking great on that. German black rams. Oh, nice big fat dragon puffer. Actually, the price on this guy is a little bit less than what we paid in the past. I was kind of expecting something tiny. Was kind of surprised when I got this great big old humpback puffer in there. I call them a couple different things. Humpback is one of the names for them. Here are some large male Congo tetras. I've got a little group over there. We added some too. Congo tetras are about a 3-inch tetra. Fantastic, beautiful schooling fish. This is Altolamprologus compressiceps Towimbi black. It's not a black calvus, it's a black compressiceps. They're both Altolamprologus, but compressiceps has got like the gold face and the whole couple different varieties of the compressiceps versus the calvus. Gold lyre-tail molly. Add to our molly collection. Haven't had any golds in a little while, and that's that box. Go ahead and slide those in and out and move on our way here. When you get into your Lake Tanganyikan cichlids, there's a lot of variations on the theme. Some of them are individual localities that will be a little bit different. Sometimes they're tank cultivars. Based on the African looking name, I'm going to guess those are actually location. Sorted female guppies, got to get some guppies going on. All my sources have been a little bit shy on guppies lately, so we're getting what we can find, and that was what I could find this week. Here's some green neon rasboras, or neon green rasboras. Get that right. You get the order wrong, you get the wrong fish. Don't ask me how I know. And another restock on tetras. This is Priscilla tetra, or Priscilla maxillaris. Very neat little, also called an X-ray tetra. Priscilla tetras are on the tetra special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Very, very fun little fish. Actually a confluence fish. Borneo sucker loach. These guys sometimes come under a particular scientific name, but usually they say species, because if you look in the bag, it might be 3 or 4 or 5 different ones. There's been a lot of movement in the hillstream loach community the last couple of years. That went under just the species Borneo sucker. African butterfly fish, first one we've had in a couple weeks anyway. They're great for the top of the tank. Very, very fun fish actually. Herbodaxil rodi black neon tetra. They're the Hypris obercon Herbodaxil rodi. I started reading the wrong line there. Not that I couldn't tell what they were. Herbodaxil rodi tetra, or the black neon, is also on the tetra special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Gotta subscribe to the channel. Here's another cory. These are pygmy cories. We did sell out of those last week as well, so we restock them. Pygmy cories get about an inch, so fantastic choice for your nano tank. Silver arowana, baby monster right there. That guy can be 3+ feet long. We've got 3 types of arowana in the shop right now. We have this silver that just came in. We also have a rainbow and a black. Don't know if you can see them from the pan, but they are here, and you can come check them out. Another very cool specialty fish. These are pea puffers. They do not get large, only about an inch, but they are not a community fish. I've seen them done in a community tank. I've not seen them done well in a community tank. They will eat eyeballs. Elephant nose, another specialty fish. Those guys actually like to school. They'll do big groups, dozen or so, in a very large tank, or do one by itself. Otherwise, they're not a good choice to be together if they don't have enough room. They'll nick each other and bite each other. They're actually electric. They're a little proboscis, or their pointy little nose that makes their name. They use that to probe around in the sand and look for echinoderm worms and things like that. And they'll actually zap other fish and each other when they're annoyed. It's kind of funny to watch. If you're not the one getting zapped, that is. Here is powder blue dwarf gourami males. Nice batch of those guys in this week. And some more female bettas. These are the half moon koi female bettas, not the candy ones. Not going to have quite so many pink and orange spots, but it still looks like a lot of pink and orange. Beautiful fish. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. So there we have some restocks on female bettas. That's going to be a discus. That is a blue diamond discus there for your discus viewing pleasure. And let's see, tiny fish. These are chili rasboras. No, they're not cold. They're bright red. Chili rasbora is a quintessential nanofish. Tiny little mouths, tiny little eyeballs. They are oftentimes kept in shrimp tanks. Micro Ramirezii golden German ram, or German gold ram. Got a restock on those guys. Got some blues over there. Saw the black ones came in. So actually got some electric blues as well. So a nice stock on those right now. Giant Singapore shrimp, or the bamboo shrimp, came in really big this week. Gorgeous. Got a few of them over there still. So all the ones we have in stock, I believe, are really big at this time. More dwarf gouramis. These are the female powder blue dwarf gouramis. Usually a little more trapezoidal shape on those guys. And the last bag for this order is common Otocinclus. Got to have them for your planted tank. They're great at eating the algae off the leaves of your plants, and they actually run around in a little school. Very cool little fish. Be back in a second with some plants. And I promised you guys the video on some plants, and then I didn't get the video to take, so I'm going to do a real quick walkthrough. We did get a huge order of plants in. If anybody had stuck with us for the whole 50+ minute video, you'll get a quick peek that we do have lots of plants in right now. So come on down, get some plants.